All right, welcome. We're going to start playing a learning game playthrough of Imperial Stars 2. Originally created by Victory Point Games a number of years ago. Had two expansions. Um, and now they're doing a deluxeification. The Kickstarter is closed, but I think you can still back the project. And I think it's going to be hard-mounted boards, extra maps, bigger counters, etc. So you can check that out. And that's Pongo Games, but they're a division of Worthington Games, Worthington Publishing. So that is still available on Kickstarter. My previous video, I did kind of do an overview of the game. So now I actually want to get into actually playing it. I am leveraging the draft rules from the Kickstarter page. I think they just said minor changes, updates, etc. And it does have the expansion in it too. That's the other thing. Yeah, the Kickstarter includes both the base game and the two expansions. And this is actually, now that I'm starting to set it up, a relatively quick playing game. We'll see here in a second. So if you want an overview, refer to my previous video on this, but I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, this is a learning playthrough. So I'm going to jump right to the setup instructions here, which I've already done, but I'm going to go through them. And I don't have a hide pieces here. But at least on this map, the home star is, this is red, whoever, I think Northern Union. And then this is the yellow side here. Okay, so that's those. I need to update this module. So each player places one base unit in their homeworld. Well, the first thing is they have a pretty straightforward, not there, here, ship setup. So if you look at this, this tells you the starting fleet for each side, and then reinforcement 1 pool and reserve 2 pool, and then they have some base stations here. So each side's slightly different setups. I guess 3 destroyers on this side, but 2 here, but they get, let's see, 2 seals. This side gets 2 heavy cruisers, but this guy gets a battle carrier with 2 fighters, while they get a light with 1, and then their reinforcements are down here. This is you spend your action points and you draw from a pool, and you can get anything in here and or anything in here. So pull those forces off, which I did. I've already set them up. So we've put the base units marked with, well, that's no more than 2 units, basically set up those starting units adjacent or in the home world, no more than 2. I think the stacking limit's 6 later, but for this, no more than 2, which we'll look at here in a second. And then we put our Zone A and Zone B units like you saw here, which I've already done here. And you randomly draw them. Yeah, see, oh, nice draw. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I gotta update this. Gotta figure, I didn't need that mark when moved thing there. And they can randomly pull units from there. Each player takes 5 operation chits, places them face down nearby, and randomizes them, which I've done. Yeah, the ops chits are in here for the, forgot what they're called, the ME. Wow, I gotta go all the way back here. Marusian something. And the Northern something. I think that's who they are. So let's see. The chits are loaded up, and guess what? Once you've pulled all chits, game's over. That's 5 turns. If you calculate it that way. And you don't necessarily get all the op points in the world. So those are loaded. I also loaded up the planetary cup, and there's some left here. But on each of these planetary systems, you get a special ability when you colonize them. So they're all preloaded and ready to go. 5 op chits. I think I got them all. Yeah. Yeah, planet markers face down, randomized. 1 planet marker on each one. So the other one's in an opaque cup. Base, got that. No more than 2 units per hex. Zone AF, 5 op chits. And the first player is the one who's most recently read a sci-fi novel. Well, shoot. I'm in the middle of reading one right now. So actually, the second half of the Starfire series, the new ones that came out in the 2000s, which I may potentially, as I get into combats, farm that out to Starfire or Starmada now as another science fiction system. But here we go, sequence of play. So now we're actually going to do the first turn. Actually, let's look at the setups. The number of actions you get is on the chit. It'll say how many ops you have, but then you add the number of colonies you have. So obviously a goal is to get colonies out there. And as if you look at these units, I mean, these, like this empire is close to these potentially. Maybe this on a second turn. And the way you do that, of course, is you move a unit there. Then you got to spend ops points to colonize. And I think the ops points you have to spend are the number of hexes, at least for the first ones, between it and your home world, and then later between your nearest outpost, your nearest colony, and that colony. The only exception is the IR unit, which, where did I put him? IP, industrial. He cuts it in half, so he's going to move here, 4, and then he can burn 2 ops points if they have it, and turn this into a colony. All in the first turn, potentially. So we'll see how that works out with the draw. And that's actually the goal here to start. Make the colonies. Now the dispute center could be right here. Yeah, 1, and this is a dust cloud, that's 2, 3, and I think that's a dust cloud too, actually. I don't know. It looks discolored, it's not black, so I'm going to count it that way. That way nobody can get there the first turn. This is probably going to be our first meeting engagement here. And again, these guys are going to, I think he can get here. And there's the IP, so he'll spend 2 for that. And then this guy, well, I don't know, he could go here, but he's asteroids, he can't move any further. So he'll get there next turn. So we'll see. We don't have to worry about combat yet. They're not going to run into each other yet. And then the end of the game, either you take your enemy's homeworld, sudden death victory, or you get, everybody's used all their chits, 5 of them, and then you count victory points and you get different victory points for colonies, etc. So the first thing I'm going to do is roll for initiative, and nicely the dice are yellow and red, so we'll see who gets the highest number. Yellow wins. And the special rule, because that does give you an advantage, the second player draws 1 planet marker from the cup. So yellow wins, but these guys get this planet marker. Energy, add 2. Oh, nice! Holy smoke. So they'll move second. All right, so I'll just leave that. I'll put that here. And I think once you use it, it's gone. So maybe they'll save it. I don't know. So we're going to now go to the, gosh, I got to get these down here. I think that's the Northern Union. Yep, yellow. So let's see how many ops they get. 6, that's very nice. So let's think about this. If it's usually 1 ops point to move a ship, but if it's a stack, you cut it in half and round up. So to move these 2, I would just pay 1 ops point. Let's see what they say here. Stack movement. 2 or more ships can move together. Costs half the number of ops points to move a stack. Round up, so it costs 1 op to move 1 or 2, and 2, yeah, it goes on. So we're just going to go, and the reason I'm moving the DD is then he can maybe do that one next. And when you do colonize, the ship goes away. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I got it set up, so you gotta work on this. This is an older vassal mod I made. So we've got 4 to here. Oh, and I gotta keep track of op points here. Hold on. I think I got a little counter sheet for that. And of course I don't give you what color it is. I gotta get these down. This is a Northern Union. They had 6 ops points. So right now they've used 1. So now they got 5, but now they're going to spend They got to spend 3 to make a colony. Wait. Huh, should have put them here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's change that. I'm playing solo. I can do whatever I want. Let's see if the back button works. Nope, doesn't work. Okay, so this DD stays here, but this DD goes here. Oh, I'm having problems here. There we go. I got both of them. Let's see, this guy goes here. Yeah, the next one can circle up here, so let's do that. So these two move here. And the reason I moved him is that puts him in range of this one. And then I'm gonna, I think I can do this. So now it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's still 5. It doesn't matter. All right, we'll do this one. That turns into a base, but we got to burn 3 more. So we burnt a total of 4. We have 2 left. So what are we going to do with our 2? 1, 2, 3. I can move 2 stacks for 2. Okay. Well, I think I'll move this stack to here. But I don't have enough points to do anything. I'll move this stack to here. Okay. So I think I did that right. That's it. They've burned 6 ops points. Okay. And they got 1 colony out of it. This guy didn't move. Let's see. Let's look at the other things I can spend on if I wanted more ships. I think it talks build a base. You got to draw second. That's combat. Now they talk about it at the end. Actually, it's probably on a handy dandy chart here. There we go. Move a ship when, yeah, there it is. Colonize a planet. Deploy reinforcements shown in green. Great. Yeah, there we go. From out zone alpha, you got to burn 3. Zone beta, you got to burn 4. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3. That's a big one. Okay. So keep that in mind. So they may do that actually. 2 additional ops points. So let's draw the Meridian. See what they get. Ouch, 7. So they are going to stack them with the CL. You know, I don't know. What's this guy? Well, that's the only one they can get to this turn. And if I don't move the CL with him, what's the advantage? Now the CL is going to be trapped. 1, 2. Can't do much. Should have thought about this beforehand, eh? Let's see what we got here. Okay, this guy can go 1, 2. Oh. 1, 2, 3. These guys are going to move here for 1. They had 7. I don't know if I want to use the 2. I'll decide later. 6. So they've beat them in the race here. And we can follow them up with these guys. 1, 2 for the Nebula. 3. Well, they can go here. 3. Let's move them here. So that's another ops point. And let's see. Yeah, I can only get to 1 fortress here, so that's this guy. Let's move him here at least. And that's 1. I don't know if I want to move a CL there because he's trapped then. 1, 2, 3, 4. I may want to save him. There aren't any other. Well, there's that one way over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's so far away. But let's count this out here. Here's our base. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they only got to burn 2. Let's see, burn 2. So they move 1, 2, 3 from 7 is 4, so they've got to burn 2 more. And this guy turns into a base. So now they've got 2 more, and they could make it 4, and they could get another ship. But I think what we'll do is we've got to send at least one DD here. So that's 1. And then let's move the CL here. And that's 0, and we'll save our 2 ops. So we'll see if these guys decide to fight or run. I may just do it for the heck of it. Yeah, they've got 2 fighters, a CVB, and a heavy cruiser against 2 heavy cruisers. Wow, that's an interesting battle. But then the following turn, they got some stuff coming. But then these guys could get some stuff up. These guys didn't move, but they're going to have 2 extra ops points. So there you go. I'm going to, let's see. Yeah, that's good enough to start because I got to think about combat here. So there you go. And you don't save ops points between turns. So I may just do a battle here for the heck of it. Let's see, to build 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll cost 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4 to build a colony there. They're set up for another colony over there. I don't know what these hexes are. Where did this guy come from? He came from here. Let me check this out here. Doesn't work. Gotta make the movement trail white. This doesn't work. 1. Maybe he started here. Yeah, maybe 1, 2. See, that looks like a sand hex. I mean, or whatever you want to call it, a dust hex. But I'm not sure. See, and if he goes here, he's 1, 2, 3 from here. I mean, it doesn't count. So maybe this guy should have gone 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's put him there. These guys are good here. Because that sets up this guy potentially to do something here. And this guy is set up to get one here. And this guy can go here. And the race for colonies. This guy could go here. Or he could go here. So that works. Alright. Getting the hang of it here. See what kind of space combat we have. Alright, so that's a look at the first turn here. We're almost at 20 minutes, so I'm going to pause it. I'm going to stop it here. And when we come back, we'll come back for the second round. There's only 5 rounds because there's only 5 chits. So the expansion pack adds more rules, can make the game last longer, etc. But this certainly isn't Space Empires, which may be something I'll look at next. This is a rather quick playing too, positional, and 6 different maps. So the layout's different. We're just doing map 1. Anyway, all right, thanks for listening, and we will see you at Galactic Round 2.